All right, friends, welcome back. This is Concy from Atop Serenity Hill, and we are back with day 8 of the Start with a Mark 14-day challenge. So we're on week number 2, and I hope that you are playing along, and I hope that you're enjoying it. It is happening both here on Instagram. This is YouTube, y'all. This is YouTube. It is happening on Instagram and also here on YouTube, which you are watching me on. And so on Instagram, I am working in this little tag deck, which is a free printable that you can download for yourself. Okay. And that is below in the description. And I'm doing this in February 2025, from February 1st to February 14th, Valentine's Day, and an invitation to have you fall in love or fall back in love with your creative practice. And I'm doing it with my friend and co-host, Shemi Dixon. Her information and for her printable is below as well. So we have been doing this for a week. And I also wanted to invite you to 2 things while you're playing along with me. Is 1, get on my new newsletter email list. I send out an email every week with inspiration and also keeping you up to date with all the stuff that I'm doing. And 2, to also know that I have a membership called the Creative Playground, that everything that I'm teaching you during these 14 days of mini lessons are very much the foundation of what that membership is about. Keeping things small, keeping things simple, keeping things, in short amounts of time, a very curious, playful, how do I get started? Where do I go? What if kind of energy. And it's a lovely community. And if you're interested in that, there is a link below. The membership opens again in March 2025. But you can, go and get all the information and read up about it. And I would love to have you be a part of that. So for today, we are working on crescent. And I have done this really wonky, and we will go with wonky because hello, wonky crescent moon with a doodle pen, which for me is 99% of the time a Sharpie pen. I really love this. It's the right width for me. I like how wide the line is that you can make, and also I like that it doesn't bleed through anything. Now this is not a big deal because it's black on the back, so it doesn't really matter, but I do like that it does do that. So I doodled a quick little crescent moon, and that was my little mark. Start with a crescent. What else can I do? How can I jazz it up? What little mandala type doodling marks can I add to it? Or if you are into henna, this can also be a very henna inspired design as well. I did a ton of moon henna tattoos in my day when I was doing that for fairs. So for crescent, for the little booklet that I'm working in, this is a 1-page wonder. Again, the playlist for all of this is below. You'll find this in the live as the first in the playlist, okay? I'm going to work on this section, which is where the pocket for yesterday's little stipple card lives, but I'm going to use the whole pocket. And my idea is to leave the crescent moon as the white space and then just paint some sky and some trees around it. So again, the idea behind this challenge is to start with something. Okay, we're using the word start with a mark because it is usually what everyone thinks with, like, let's just start with a single mark, and that's fine. But a mark can be, as I've said many times, it could be a piece of collage paper. It could be that it start with an idea, start with a color. These are just to get you going and get you started. So my mark is going to be a pencil, a little sketch of a crescent moon, and then I'm going to watercolor around it to fill it in. So it's I want it to be really important that people understand that it's not that, this is not always just about doodling, or this isn't about drawing or, any of those things, about painting. It's about all of it. It's about how do you get started? How do you not sit with that blank page, upsetting you and freaking you out a little bit? How do you just move forward from the white place, the dark place, or the white place? That sounds hilarious. From the blank page. Okay, so you have to start somewhere. So that's what the prompts are. What does a crescent mean to you? What does crescent mean to you? Just because I picked a crescent moon doesn't mean that that's what you are going to pick. Everybody's lived experiences and where you live in the world, and maybe it could be what just happened to you 5 minutes ago is going to influence how you see the prompts. Okay. Oh, loving that. So I do want to make sure it stands out a lot. Now this little booklet I'm working in, this One Page Wonder, is cardstock. So I'm not working on watercolor paper. So I do have to be careful that I don't start to dig up the paper. Let it dry just a smidge. But ooh, that's looking pretty. All right, and then so let's gonna add and actually I think I'm gonna switch to a fan brush. Okay, I'm gonna grab a fan brush and I'm gonna put down the trees. With a fan brush. I'm not looking to make them, this is not about realism. This is about just the illusion, the general idea. I need a piece of paper underneath this. Just because I'm trying not to destroy the under paper. The general idea of, it's trees and sky. I am not looking to make it realistic. I am looking for it to just, when you look at this, you go, ooh, look, a dark sky and some trees. And I'm like, yep, that's what it is. And so I'm starting light with the watercolor and the trees, and then I'm just going to keep adding some darker colors, and I'll probably pick up some of the sky, that really dark indigo, and add some of that as well. Yeah. And that's it. That's all I need to add a crescent. So the prompt was crescent. What could I do to a page to get started? Now, this is a great beginning. I could expand this for a whole art journal page. I could expand this for a painting or the front of a greeting card, for a tag. If I made this really long, added some white stars. I'm not even going to go there because but you could expand on it, add some stars, make the moon have more of a face, so it's like the man in the moon type of feeling to it. You could expand out on the horizon and the landscape and start adding, maybe some deer or a bear, or, are there mountains in the back of this? What is significant to you? But this is a great start. And that's the whole point. What do I have when I go through this little booklet and I'm looking for inspiration? What does this encourage me to start? And where can I go with it from there? All right. So we've got our little henna moon, doodled moon, and then we've got our little watercolor white moon. And I want to make sure this is dry before I tuck this back in. And then I love the idea of this peeking out. I'm even thinking how delightful it is, in a couple different ways. It's kind of fun. It's like the daylight fading into this Okay. So they start, how can you get these, how can these two start having a conversation that you can build on and build on and tell a bigger story, okay, in something. So that's really fun. All right. So if you have not subscribed, I would love if you would do so. Give a comment, leave a comment for me below. Let me know if you're doing this, how you are enjoying it. Have you found something inspiring that has given you an aha moment? I'd love to know all that. A thumbs up always helps us here on YouTube. And don't forget to check out Instagram if you wanted to see. These are all little videos sharing how I made the little designs in the tag book. All right. Thank you all. And we will see you back here for day 9, which is going to be Pebble. All right. Thanks, everyone.